Insecurities about your singing voice. You even stated that you knew you weren't the vocal favorite of Destiny's Child. Is that something what made you second guess?
You know what? It's not that I was second guessing. I'm just aware. You know, some people are like, oh my gosh, it stuck. They said it stuck with her. No, it didn't stick with me. You know, just sometimes you're aware that you're not everybody's favorite. And that's okay. I still got paid.
Okay.
Let them know. Yeah, I can challenge Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's like, that boy's got too much skills for me, buddy. No?
You know, we
can rap.
We can flow so well, you know. We're gonna put out Destiny's Child album, Rapology, you know.
Yeah, I can challenge Jay-Z.
Yeah.
It's like, that boy's got too much skills for me, buddy.
Kelly Rowland has always been dragged into that Becky with the good hair drama, and now things just took a shocking turn. A newly leaked film supposedly shows Jay-Z getting way too close with Ms. Kelly, and fans are losing it. People online are now digging up old interviews and claiming the truth was hiding in plain sight all along. And here's where it gets even crazier. Folks are pointing straight at Kelly's son Titan, saying he looks more like Jay-Z than his own father. The comparisons are wild, and fans swear the resemblance is undeniable. The whispers of something shady going on just won't die down, and it's making this whole situation spiral even faster. To stir things up more, Kelly's past lyrics, where she hinted at jealousy toward Beyonce, are suddenly being brought back into the spotlight. People are reposting those old lines and saying, "She told us years ago." Now, everybody's questioning if there was more than just Destiny's Child sisterhood between Kelly and Jay-Z. The internet is in full-blown detective mode. At first, folks brushed it off as nothing but gossip, until the conversations about Jay-Z's other kids started surfacing again. Remember Rymir's weight? He went viral years back when he accused Jay-Z of ducking a paternity test that could have proved him as the father. Rymir even said he learned at just 8 years old that Jay might be his dad.
Father, I really do. And if it's not, why you can't prove me wrong? Like, it's not far as a proving me wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, this can't take nobody not saying nothing. Like, you know, it's not fair. I was 7. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now. And she been saying, Sean Carter, that's what she was calling him at first before she was calling him Jay-Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young and, you know, had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, that's...
As soon as he became an adult, he started chasing answers, demanding recognition, or at least that DNA test to finally close the chapter. This isn't just messy, it's explosive. And Kelly being tied into it now makes the whole situation even more scandalous. But here's the bombshell. Jay-Z never gave Rymir the time of day. In fact, he's been accused of flexing his power behind the scenes to block Rymir from ever getting a court order that would have forced him to finally take that DNA test. People say this wasn't just dodging, it was flat out stonewalling. Reports claim Jay-Z and Rymir's mother, Wanda, first crossed paths back in 1992. At the time, Jay went by Rock, while Wanda went by nicknames like Carmel or Precious. The introduction supposedly came through Wanda's friend, Keisha Allen, at a restaurant in Philly. And here's where things turn dark. Allegedly, Wanda was only 16 while Jay was 22 during that first encounter. According to a 2015 New Jersey court document, Wanda said she and Jay had a short fling that included a hookup at her aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. She admitted they used protection, but it broke. And that's when she ended up pregnant with Rymir. By the time she saw Jay again, he was already rising to fame on TV, but when she reached out for help, he brushed her off completely. No calls back, no support, no acknowledgement, nothing. Wanda kept fighting in court for years, trying to get Jay-Z to take that paternity test, but every attempt failed. Then tragedy struck. Wanda passed away in 2019 from heart failure at just 43 years old. Before her passing, her health struggles made it hard for her to even care for Ramir, leaving him to battle for answers on his own. After Wanda passed, custody of Ramir was given to his godmother, Lily, and she refused to let the fight die. Lily kept pressing for answers, demanding that Jay-Z finally step up and acknowledge the son he had allegedly left behind. But you can probably guess how far that went. Here's the shocking twist, though. Jay-Z didn't completely ignore them. Lily says there was a moment where it actually seemed like he was ready to make things right. She revealed that Jay's own legal team reached out, raising her hopes. According to Lily, "I got a call from his in-house lawyer and they were very helpful. We thought we were going to resolve this privately. It even went further than that." They discussed Ramir's passion for music and whether he should eventually join Jay-Z's record label. Lily said she pushed back, insisting Ramir finish high school first. But before anything could move forward, everything flipped upside down. Suddenly, new lawyers stepped in, and the tone changed completely. Lily believes that once they realized Wanda had allegedly been underage when she got pregnant, the situation became far too risky for Jay-Z's image. Many people sided with Lily, pointing out that Jay-Z seemed terrified of this truth getting out. Still, it wasn't like Wanda was accusing him of something criminal. She just wanted her son to have a chance to know his father. That's all. But instead of peace, the silence grew louder. Let's put this into perspective. Back in 2014, Kelly tied the knot with Tim Weatherspoon, and that same year they welcomed their son, Titan. Sounds like a picture-perfect family moment, right? But 2014 was also the year the world witnessed one of the most infamous elevator brawls in celebrity history. Solange going off on Jay-Z while Beyoncé just stood by, stone-faced. To this day, the real reason behind Solange's fury has never been officially explained. But the theories won't stop spinning. And the one making the rounds now? That Beyoncé and Solange had just found out Jay-Z wasn't only cheating, he was creeping with Kelly Rowland of all people. If true, that wouldn't just be betrayal, it'd be hitting way below the belt. Because Kelly wasn't just anybody. She was Beyoncé's childhood best friend. Sources say Solange couldn't stomach it, and that's why she exploded in that elevator, unleashing years of frustration in one unforgettable scene. Of course, the Carters tried to brush it off in classic PR style, dropping a statement claiming everything was fine, one big happy family. But anyone with eyes could see Beyoncé wasn't okay. 2 years later, she made that clear with her explosive album, dropping track after track, calling Jay-Z out for betraying her, breaking her heart, and humiliating her in public. And that's where the infamous Becky with the good hairline came in, igniting a firestorm of debates over who Becky really was. To this day, fans argue whether that lyric was Beyoncé's subtle shot at Kelly Rowland herself. When Beyoncé dropped that Becky with the good hair bomb, fans went wild, throwing out names. Rita Ora, Rachel Roy, and countless others were all accused. But the idea that Kelly Rowland could secretly be Becky was the twist no one saw coming. Suddenly, people started connecting dots, and the coincidences felt way too strong to ignore. According to whispers, Solange allegedly discovered that Kelly might have been pregnant by either Jay-Z or her husband. And it all unraveled when she caught Jay in the middle of something he shouldn't have been doing. Even messier? Rumor has it Kelly didn't even show remorse, which supposedly shattered her bond with Beyoncé for good. Some insiders claim Beyoncé and Kelly were forced to keep up appearances, smiling in public, while behind the scenes, their relationship was hanging by a thread. And let's be real, if the rumors were true, the humiliation would have been beyond measure. Imagine your husband stepping out on you with your childhood best friend. That's betrayal on a level almost too messy to process. But this wouldn't even be shocking for Jay-Z, who's been tangled in endless scandals with women over the years. Whispers say he's even kept side chicks tucked away in his favorite cities, paying them for private visits. And if that wasn't enough, another rumor claimed Solange once caught Jay red-handed, trying to hand out his number to a woman in a restaurant. That mystery woman turned out to be Liv, a model and rapper who later came forward with her wild side of the story. And trust me, it was outrageous. Liv recalled the moment Solange stepped in out of nowhere, saying, "I thought I was about to get my butt whooped, so I backed off quick." According to her, Solange had been guarding Beyoncé's turf from day one, no questions asked. Liv admitted she was terrified of Solange's energy that day. "She gave me a look of death, very scary. I can't believe I dodged a whooping from Solange. She was a big reason I left him alone." That chilling stare alone was enough to scare her off Jay-Z completely. But Liv didn't just walk away quietly. She later released a track called Sorry, Mrs. Carter, basically confessing in music form. The lyrics were messy, almost like an open letter to Beyoncé. "Your man, he likes model chicks. He likes all naturally flawless model chicks like me." She went even further with lines like, "Attracted like some magnets. When I stepped out of his life, I took a piece of his heart. I know he still closes his eyes and sees me in the dark." That wasn't just a song, it was a direct shot at Beyoncé's marriage. And here's the kicker, Liv wasn't the only one. She was just one of dozens of women linked to Jay-Z over the years. Allegations have swirled for ages, including rumors of a longtime affair with rapper Foxy Brown. Whispers say Jay not only dated her, but kept her funded and allegedly on his payroll. Last year, Foxy snapped online when people implied she was tied to Jay-Z, yet many took her outburst as proof that the rumors hit way too close to home. Now let's swing the spotlight back to Kelly. Word on the street is that her alleged involvement with Jay-Z may have started as revenge. Revenge against Beyoncé herself. Some say Kelly had always felt overshadowed by her, and that jealousy eventually pushed her into crossing a line. See, in Destiny's Child's early years, the group wasn't exactly blowing up. Records weren't selling, they were losing competitions, and even lost their first deal. But once Beyoncé's father, Matthew Knowles, swooped in as manager, everything changed overnight. He locked down that Columbia Records contract, and suddenly the girls were climbing fast. Under his strict control, their performance skills, image, and polish went to another level. Even Beyoncé's mother, Tina, stepped in, styling their hair, fixing their makeup, and even hand-sewing their costumes. It was a full-on family operation. But here's the catch. Kelly reportedly hated how much control Beyoncé's parents had. Matthew, in particular, has been accused of mistreating her, and fans have whispered for years about the way he supposedly singled her out. Rumors say he would belittle her for having darker skin compared to the other members, downplay her ideas by giving Beyoncé the credit, and even force her to dress less glam than the rest of the group so that Beyoncé always stood out. Beyoncé might not have had full control of her father's decisions, but she wasn't blind either. Kelly could see exactly what was happening, and the favoritism was obvious. That kind of long-term resentment doesn't just fade, it builds. But here's the thing, Beyoncé never really had Kelly's back. Insiders claim she leaned into her father's favoritism, making it crystal clear that she was the star of Destiny's Child, while Kelly and the others were background players. That power dynamic caused deep tension, and soon, resentment started to boil. Kelly realized fast that if she stayed in the group forever, her own potential would never shine. When Destiny's Child eventually broke up, the girls branched out on solo careers. On the surface, Kelly and Beyoncé were both set to dominate R&B as two of the hottest names of their era. But behind the curtain, rumors swirled that Matthew Knowles still had his hands in the mix, allegedly sabotaging Kelly's career by blocking opportunities and redirecting contracts in Beyoncé's favor. By 2013, Kelly had had enough, and she let it all out on her brutally honest album, Talk a Good Game. The track Dirty Laundry in particular shook fans, with Kelly confessing how she felt trapped in a toxic relationship, overshadowed and jealous of Beyoncé's success. The lyrics were raw, messy, and unfiltered, so much so that the record was hailed as Kelly's most honest work ever. But Bey's fans couldn't ignore how many of those bars sounded like veiled shots at the Queen herself. Speculation exploded, especially when Kelly sang about being hurt by a man no one could identify. Fans scoured her dating history, but none of her exes seemed to fit. One even came forward to deny he was the one, which only fueled the gossip more. People began whispering that the mystery man wasn't an ex at all. It might have been someone forbidden, someone she couldn't dare to name out loud. With all the whispers flying around, things just got even wilder. Rumors claim Jay-Z and Kelly have recently been caught sneaking around in 4K footage. If that's true, it could be the smoking gun Beyonce has supposedly suspected all along. And if this evidence ever drops publicly, it won't just be messy, it'll be the kind of industry-shaking scandal that makes headlines for years. So here's the question. Do you believe Jay-Z was really Kelly Rowland's secret lover? Could years of jealousy and hidden resentment have destroyed one of the closest friendships in R&B history? Or is this just another case of the internet running wild with rumors? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I want to know what you think. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and hit that bell so you never miss the next breakdown. See you in the next one.